Hello, this is Joseph from Body Wisdom Training. This is approximately a 20-minute practice I'd like to share with you. It's very basic. Hopefully you have watched some of the other videos that teach you the technique of breathing, what's called Ujjayi Pranayama, or the dynamic breath. It mimics the sound of the ocean. It's a throat sound, and it's very powerful for yoga practice. So if you have watched that, then you're going to use that breath. If you haven't watched that, breathe the best way that you can. Most importantly, filling the lungs all the way and emptying the lungs all the way by compressing the abdominal muscles in, or the belly button in towards the spine to push all the air out. If you get dizzy during this, stop, because we do bend forward and come up several times. So, keep your eyes open in all the standing poses. So here, ready, we're going to begin. The feet approximately hips width distance apart. A slight bend in the knees, so they're not locked, but slightly bent. The arms are open, palms forward. You're standing in an upright position, so the sternum is lifted. So you're kind of stretching out the torso a little bit, lifting upright without overdoing it. So just lifting, softening the shoulders and the arms and the hands, gazing forward at the point in front of you. And then taking a breath just right where you are. So just breathe in through the nose, fill the lungs up. And you might even offer an ah or a ah, like a sigh. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And just land here. Notice the feet on the floor. And then we'll just begin. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Reach or lift the arms up. The hands are gonna touch above in a soft prayer position. And you're gonna lift the eyes up. On the exhale, bring the arms back down. Palms could face the body. Inhale, reach back up. That's all you're gonna do. What we're doing here is coordinating the breath with the movement. The inhalation, lifting the arms. The exhalation, bringing the arms back. Do that maybe 3 more times. We'll inhale. Fill the lungs, touch the hands together. Exhale, bring the arms down. And if you want, you can also look down at the ground. Inhale, look up at the sky. Fill the lungs up completely. Pause at the top of the inhale. Exhale, bring the arms down. Now, throughout this whole practice, you go at your own pace. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. I'm just giving you time and space to do your own practice within this practice. Exhale, bring the arms back down and pause. Pause the breath, pause the body. So we want to keep the movements and the breath connected. The next, we're gonna bend forward 4 times. So you'll inhale, reach up high to the sky. On the exhale, bend forward. You can soften the knees as you go down. Touch the ground and let the head relax or release. Inhale, rise back up, reach to the sky. Pause at the top. Exhale, bend forward again. Touch the floor, let the head release. Inhale, come back up. So you just do that 4 times. Don't worry about staying right with me. You're using that breath, that throat sound, if you know it. Inhaling, filling the lungs as you come up and reach to the sky. Exhale, engage the abdominals, so you're tightening the belly a bit as you go down and touch the ground. It's really a deep connection with the earth and the sky, relating to gravity, relating to all that is right here with you in body and mind. The next time that you go down, stay down for 3 or 4 full breaths. So you'll exhale, bend forward, let the head release, grab onto the ankles, and fill the lungs all the way. So you soften the posture a bit. On the exhale, you're going to go deeper by engaging the abdominals
and literally pulling with the arms so that the chest and the torso move closer to the thighs. So soften on the inhale to breathe in all the way. Deepen on the exhale by drawing the head closer to the shin bones. 2, just maybe do one more full breath. And then go deeper on the exhale naturally. Don't worry about how far you can go. Stay with the breath ratios. On the next inhale, press the feet down and come all the way back up. Reach to the sky if you can. And release the arms alongside the body for a few second rest. Soften the shoulders and just feel that. Let the body interpret that information. Awesome. Now, we're just gonna step right into this next posture. So you could just step one foot forward. If you want, step the right foot forward. Bring the left foot back. Line the heels up approximately. The back foot's turned out a bit so you have stability. Now, you don't have to go that wide. You can go much shorter. Depends on your body. But, you know, a good distance between the feet is nice, healthy. And the front knee is approximately over the ankle. So you're just going to play with that. You want to be stable here. On the inhalation, you're going to lift the arms and touch the hands just like you did a minute ago. On the exhalation, open the arms, bend forward. If you can get all the way down to touch the floor, great. If not, place your hands on the thigh and just bend over the leg. So the inhales, you're going to come up, reach to the sky. And the exhale, you're going to fold forward to your degree of stretch. And do that 4 times, 3 or 4. The back leg is strong and straight. The front knee keeps a bend in it. But there's a little bit of movement. So as you come up, you can kind of relax back a little bit. Push the back leg into the mat. And on the exhale, go down. Let the head look straight down at the big toe. Inhale, come up, reach high. Fill the lungs up. Exhale, go down. Now, the next time that you come up, you're going to stay up for a few, maybe 3 breaths. So you'll come up, the hands will touch if possible. You can also have the arms out. The hands touching in that prayer position, and then you're just going to stay and breathe. Now, there's some challenge here. I can feel the back leg really anchoring in. Make sure you're working the throat sound, filling the lungs. You might ease back a bit on the posture as you inhale. And then press deeper on the exhalation, feeling the musculature of the legs take charge. On the next inhalation, you're just going to straighten that front leg and relax the arms. Have a little rest. And then here you're just going to bend forward. You can bend the front knee a little bit. Bend forward, set the hands on the mat, and just drop the head. And you're looking now to the back big toe for a deep stretch on the front of the leg, or on the back side of the front leg, I should say, and a deep breath in. And then you can go deeper on the exhale, drawing the head towards the knee. Relax to fill the lungs. As you empty the lungs, you can press a bit deeper into the stretch. When you're ready, the inhale is going to lift you upright. So you might bend that knee again. Inhale, come up. And then all you would do here is just step forward. So if I was here, I would just step forward. And we're right back to where we were. And then you're just going to switch sides. So before we step the right foot forward, now you're just going to step the left foot forward. Notice that I changed the directions for the purpose of the video. So the heels, again, are in line. Set up your posture. Figure out how wide you need to keep the feet. And then we're just going to flow from there. On the inhale, we go up. Hands touch. On the exhale, you go down.
to whatever level that you're able to. Inhale. Do that 3 or 4 times. Go for it. Making sure you get deep breaths in and full breaths out. This will definitely affect your breathing for the rest of the day in a good way, in a healthy way. Good. The next time that you come up, stay up for your 3 or 4 breaths. You're going to come up, raise the hands, almost like you're holding onto a giant sword. The back leg is straight and strong. Deep breaths. Squeezing the belly a bit on the exhale, so you're compressing the abdominals to push the air out and controlling the airflow. On your next exhale, bend forward. Bring the hands to the mat. Now start to straighten the front leg. To your degree of pain and suffering. No, not really, but to your degree of stretch, drawing the head towards the shin bone. And again, remember, this stretch here is actually for the breath. The posture serves the breath and not the other way around. So make sure that you're adapting the physical posture to the breath cycle so that you can get full and deep and complete breaths in and out. Good. Now, here, all you're going to do is lift the chin so you're looking slightly forward, and then step the back foot forward. So now both feet are together. Let the head fall down. Now here you're going to press the feet down and just roll your way up to standing. And as you come up, breathe in and reach high to the sky. And on the exhale, release the arms. Come back to the front of the mat, to your center, the feet hips width distance apart. Now we'll just move to the ground. So a little rest, maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Catch your breath if you need to. And then we'll move from there. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Exhale, bend forward. Now place the hands on the mat. Once you place your hands on the mat flat, now bend your knees enough to do that, so you get your hands down. And then just walk the feet back to your downward facing dog. So the fingers are plugged into the mat. You can separate the feet far apart and put a little bend in your knees. So you just want to be fluid in your down dog, not too rigid. Take a few breaths there. You can straighten the legs, press the heels down, or bend the knees and kind of almost come into a squat. Most importantly in downward dog, the head's dropped below the heart and the spine is looking to be neutral or straight. After a breath or two there, you're going to bring the knees down to the floor, point the toes back, separate the knees, sit back, and you just rest for a minute in child's pose. Not for a full minute, maybe a few seconds, but just rest down, soften down. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to go right onto our belly. So you're going to lie down, bring the arms alongside the body, rotate the palms down. And you might wiggle around here a little bit to get comfortable. Just give the body a second to physiologically notice that it's being supported from the front of the body. Once you settle here, you're going to press the hips down into the mat. On the inhale, you're going to lift chest, arms, legs, pause. On the exhale, you're going to float back down. Do that several times. Inhale, come up. Big back arch. Exhale, float back down. It's not a big movement, but it sure is a powerful movement.
strengthening the whole back side of the body, as well as strengthening the diaphragm muscle, because you have pressure on the lungs here. So just float up on the inhale and come down on the exhale. The next time that you lift up, stay up. 3 full breaths. So that'll be some challenge. Inhale, lift the legs a little higher. You can engage the feet, the hands. On the exhale, float back down. Good, I'm sorry, we're staying up for 3 breaths. Stay for your 3 breaths and then float back down and rest. And just let go of everything. Good, that's a nice rest. Now flip over onto the back of your body. So really hitting all angles of the body. You can go standing, kneeling, lying down in a different position. Eventually moving towards the final resting, surrendering Shavasana. So here your knees are bent, feet flat, arms are alongside the body, palms down. Give the body a few seconds to register its new position. Notice your breathing. And then we'll move. On the inhalation, you're going to lift the arms up overhead, press the hips high to the sky. And a back arch. A little pause after the inhale. On the exhale, we're going to float back down. The arms come back down alongside the body, the hips drop to the floor. 1, inhale, press back up. A big back arch. Filling the lungs completely here. And on the exhale, float back down. Do that 3 more times. Inhale into the back arch, not going too fast, but you're not going too slow either. You're going at the rate of your breath, which you're controlling. And you're moving the body in direct coordination with the breath. Your eyes could be closed here. The next time that you go up, stay up 4 breaths. So you're going to come right up into the back arch. One option that you have here, you have many options, but one option is to bend the elbows and plug the arm bones in next to the body to give yourself a little more stability. And then do your breath work. So soften a little bit to fill the lungs. On the exhale, you're going to drive the hips higher. Feel free to make any adjustments with the feet and the shoulders. The feet and knees are both approximately in line with the hips. So you don't want your knees flaring out too much, kind of hugging the knees in. Staying for 3 to 4 full breaths. So by now, I can really feel this in my glutes, in my upper body. So stay for your 4 breaths. And then you come down, lower the hips down, and rest with your right hand on the heart area and the left hand on the lower belly. And just relax. Now, as you're relaxing, you're also tuning in to the breath slowing down, tuning into the heartbeat. The heart that has been beating for you for your entire life. The heart that is both mechanical and emotional or spiritual. Really, we do this whole practice as a heart-centered or breath-centered practice. Yes, we get all the physical benefits, but if you do a breath-centered practice, it is a spiritual practice. The word spirit means to breathe. If you look up the Latin root word, now just while you're here, just rock the knees a bit to the right and left. You can still have your eyes closed, just a little soft rocking left and right. And then bring your knees back to the center. So a little rocking and then the knees back to center. Now lift the feet off the mat. Take a hold of your knees with your hands. Right hand, right knee, left hand, left knee. And then the elbows you're gonna let the elbows straighten so that the legs move away from the torso. And take a deep, deep breath in here. Fill the lungs all the way. On the exhale, you're gonna pull the knees into the chest, lift the head off the mat, push all the air out. And then repeat. Inhale, straighten the elbows, the head drops to the floor. Exhale, squeeze the knees into the chest, pushing all the air out. 2, we'll do that one more. Deep breath in. Purification. Exhale, squeeze the air out. On the next one, straighten the legs to the sky. Bring the arms up and over the top of the head and take a giant breath in again. Exhale, squeeze the knees into the chest. Repeat that 2 or 3 more times in your own timing. Arms and legs straighten on the inhale. Squeeze knees into chest on the exhale. Very healthy. Stimulates all the organs, the organ systems. Do 1 or 2 more. And then release the feet back to the floor. And rock the legs left to right, all the way to a twist, all the way back. You can let your head relax. And you'll notice if you bring the knees to the right, the head will want to move to the left. Just continue that for another 5 seconds. 4, back and forth, soothing the low back. 3, 2. Now there's so much more you can do in a yoga practice, but we're going to allow that to be enough for today. And now straighten the legs out on the mat and lie flat, palms up. Release the weight of the legs. You're just going to let the legs flop open. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, you can have a ah or like a sigh, like ah. And just telling the body that it's okay to let go. Shavasana is also a place where we can release and let go of knowing anything. And just be with the innate intelligence that is already functioning in you as you perfectly fine. So as you're resting here, let the feet and the legs kind of flop open. Bring your awareness up through the thighs and the hips, the inner hips and the outer hips. Release the pelvis and the pubic bone. And then soften up through the low back and the belly. And then move your awareness right up the spine. Notice where the floor is holding you, is supporting you. And then let go into that space. relax up through the shoulder blades, the shoulders themselves, the chest. Run your awareness down the arms, into the hands. Notice your breathing slowing down naturally. Let your head rest, your eyes soften. Release the jaw. One way to release the jaw is to allow the mouth to slightly open, so the lower jaw moves away from the upper jaw. Notice the rings of the nostrils, where the air flows in and out of the body. Rest your forehead, the skin on your forehead. And notice the whole body resting as one thing. I like to say that Shavasana is like bathing in this wisdom energy. And our yoga practice is taking care of this miraculous wisdom that we received at birth. I'm going to leave you here in this wonderful state, just breathing and meditating and being the miracle that you are. Have a beautiful day.